Hi, we've got a short class today. It's a core conditioning class using the Swiss ball, the stability ball. Lots of people have these kicking around. Maybe your kids are playing with it. Let's dust it off, use it today. I'm going to recommend that you have a mat to protect the knees and the back from those positions that we're in there. So if you are ready, we're going to get ready. If not, hit pause. Get your things, come back. We're going to begin warm-up sitting right here on the ball. This is nice. Some people use these at work, right? And feeling like your core, your pelvic floor muscles are getting some exercise simply by sitting on this. And then maybe you start to have some fun rolling around back and forth. So let's start that. We're going to do some pelvic tilts. So roll your pelvis forward and back. Good. Good. Warm up, but also just a nice movement in itself. Okay, we're going back and forth over the pelvis, and now we're going to make some circles. Circle around. Okay. It's getting noisy. Hopefully you can hear me over that. And then we'll change the directions. It is not a motorcycle driving past my house. That is my ball on the mat. Okay, we'll come back into stillness. Neck release. Inhale, center. Exhale, take your gaze over one shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, taking it over the other shoulder. Keep that chin parallel with the floor as you're moving your head side to side. Good. Next time you're back to center, and change that movement. So exhale, tip your ear to one shoulder. Inhale, pop it back up. Exhale, over to the other side. And some of these movements just in themselves are nice. Whether you do core conditioning or not, getting some nice movement in the body with these warm-ups. Good. Back to center, bring your chin towards the heart and make some chin smiles. So trace your collarbone. Stay in the front, rolling the head side to side. You can still move with the breath. Exhale as you're rolling over to one side. Inhale, you're coming back to center. Good, back to center, lift that head up. We'll extend the arms out from the shoulders and do some arm circles. Nice. Sit nice and tall on your ball. And we're gonna have a ball. Okay, switch the directions of your circles. And then we'll isolate down into the wrists, doing some wrist rotations. Not uncommon for there to be some cracking sounds in the wrist. As long as there isn't pain associated with that, we're okay. Change the directions of your circles. Good, we're gonna come up to standing. The ball off to the side somewhere. It's not gonna run away on you too far and it's not in your way. We'll clean the barrel. Take your feet wide, hands on your hips. Imagine if you just pop down in the side of a barrel, you have to clean it from the inside out. So getting all the nooks and crannies. Big circles around. You can imagine a big white fluffy towel wrapped around your body you're using to clean the inside of your barrel. You change the directions of your circles. Hopefully your feet are wide for this next one. Some side lunges. So shifting side to side, push that seat back. Take your time here. Feel a nice stretch maybe in the inner thighs as well. We can do one more each side. Back to center, bring your feet back underneath you, hip width distance apart, some calf raises. So come up onto your toes, lower them back down. Good. Ankle rocks, calf raises, heel raises, lots of names. Think about your feet and your calves, your ankles, warming up. Good. And we're going to fine tune that into those ankles with some ankle rotations. First option, bring your heel up, keep your toe down, right? If your balance isn't super great right here, or you can lift up that leg and rotate that way if you had something nearby, a sturdy wall. Okay, not just anything, but a wall or a sturdy chair, I should say. You can do that. Change the directions of your circles. Good. Over to the other side. Ankle rotations. Another place where I hear a lot of cracks happening. It's okay. Common. Switch the directions of your circles. Nice. Let that go. You are ready to go. Hopefully you're feeling warmed up enough. And grab that ball. We're going to start in a decline plank position, which means our hands are going to be down and our shins and our knees will stay on the ball. Get hands down from your mat. Hopefully you're using your mat. Roll out, walk out. Until you find that position where your knees, your shins are on the ball. Keep pushing that floor away. You got shoulders over, elbows over wrists. Neutral neck, so looking just ahead of your mat. And breathe. About 30 seconds here. Don't collapse down into the shoulders. Keep pushing that floor away. Halfway. Maybe I'm counting slow. Maybe I'm counting fast. I don't know. There it is, and begin to walk your hands back carefully, rolling back. We'll take a stretch after that. Roll the hands onto the ball and push it out into a child's pose. So we're going to be doing core conditioning, but also you're going to be using the ball for stretches. A lot of the movements you'll see we're doing, the movements you do without any equipment, all body weight stuff. We add the ball a little instability that takes it up. It's a progression in these movements. So that was the decline plank we started. Now we're doing an incline plank, which I find is more challenging. Okay, I'm going to roll my ball out and bring your elbows to the top center of your ball. I don't want to be on that thing though where we put the air in. I'll stay away from that. Okay, elbows center, top of the ball. Interlace your fingers together. Get a little bit more room here. Okay, extend one leg back. Carefully, find your balance there. And then when you're ready, extend the other one back. Good. Holding here about 30 seconds again. Shaking's okay. Things are working. It's okay to do tough things. Makes us stronger. 10 more seconds. And bring those knees down. Roll back to that child's pose again. This time we're going to take the arms over to one side so we can get a nice side stretch. Your abdominal muscles are going to say, oh, thank you. Relief. Good. Momentary relief. We're not done yet. And then walk that over to the other side, to a side child's pose, stretching the other side of the body. And then back to center. We're going to do bird dog on the ball. So your belly is going to be on your ball. If you just ate, this might be a little uncomfortable. Okay, 4 more. And roll out. Toes are making contact on your mat. Hands are also making contact, starting a good stable position here. And then lift one leg up. Find your center of balance there. Maybe a little adjusting of the hands. Now you can stay there if you're already feeling like that's enough of a challenge. Or if you want to, extend the opposite arm away from you. Opposite, 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 okay? Holding here for about 30 seconds. neutral neck. About halfway. All right, bring that hand and the toe down. Just stay in this position, catch your breath. We'll stay here so we can get the other side done. Like I'm not quite centered on my ball. Okay, when you're ready, lifting up the other leg, or switching to the other side. Find your balance there, and deciding if you're gonna move on and lift that opposite arm away. And we're on the clock now. Place that hand and that foot down. You're gonna roll out so you're on one side of the ball, stretching here. Okay, top foot will be out in front to help support you for balance. Hand is staying down, and then if you like, extend that other arm out and just drape your side body over that ball. So good. If you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, it crunches and shortens your side body. So a nice side stretch here, open up. More room to breathe, stretching out the intercostal muscles between your ribs. Good, any way that works for you, make your way over to the other side. I'm swinging around just so I stay in the camera shot, but you might just roll over the other side onto the ball. Walk it out. Top foot is out in front to support. We're not trying to work here and do a side plank. And extend the other arm out and drape down. I just even like the stretches with the ball. Do that again. Good, come all the way up. Come back to the ball, different position here for some knee tucks. Okay, we're gonna get back into that decline plank position. If you remember, knees and shins are on the ball and hands are down in front of you. Okay, so right here, roll out. Make sure you're not gonna walk your head on anything. Okay, so we're gonna roll it, crunch the knees in towards your chest, rolling that ball forward. And then send it back to that start position. I don't think 10 is too much to ask for, and don't rush it. We're gonna count together, 10. And that's a 9. Here's 5. Last one, coming up. Good. Carefully roll back. Get your feet onto the floor. We'll do a standing fold onto the ball. Feet are facing the ball. Roll that ball out. Right there. And permission to soften your knees if you feel like you need to. Good work. Catch your breath. All right, slowly restacking that spine, and now we're going to come to sit on the ball, changing our position. Okay, crunches first. Beginning with your feet flat on the floor, find stability there, and then begin to roll down. Okay, your mid back is on the ball still. Keep lifting up your hips, knees are over those ankles, feet are firmly planted on the floor, and then bring your hands behind your head. I think the cue used to be an apple or an orange between your chin and the chest here, but that's pretty, you can really squeeze into that without hurting it. So we're going to say a peach. So you have to be a little bit firm, but not so hard that you squeeze the juice out, okay? Keeping the gaze up to the ceiling. 10 crunches here. Lift the head and shoulders up and return back down. That was a demo. I didn't count that one. Here we go. 10 and 9, 8. Exhale as you lift up. Good release, and if you like, into a back bend. You might roll a little bit back. Let the abdominal muscles stretch here. Good, back to that position again, and now we're doing a crunch crossover. So we lift up and over to one side. Okay, same position, get that peach there, protect the neck. Lift and over to one side, come down and then lift and up over to the other side. I'm feeling that burn, how about you guys? That's 5. Two more. That's each side though. Okay. One more each side. Good. Let that go. Roll back if you like that. Back bend, abdominal release over the ball. Turn back up, Russian twist. Now you roll down a little bit more so the ball's more under your upper back. Okay, keep those hips lifted. Don't let the bum droop down here. Reverse tabletop position, knees over the ankles. You interlace your fingers together over your chest area and keep the shoulders lifted off your ball. Don't let them drop down into the ball. You're going to rotate your arms over to one side and the ball will move also as you do so. And then come back to center and rotate over to the other side. Okay, we will do 10, that means one each side, counting now. Okay. Halfway. Keep going. Last ones here. That's to the left and one over to the right. Good. One more time in that back bend, roll back. And then carefully roll down. We're going to come to our back, so you bring your ball out. Actually, let's do one more stretch. Come into Malasana or Yogi Squat. We get to sit on the ball for this one. You use your forearms. Push it to inner thighs and then push those knees out. Good. So open us a little bit up for the next couple of moves here, especially the first one. Okay. We're going to come onto our backs and do a V pass, a ball pass in between the hands and the feet. And then we'll do a progression of a dead bug, and then one more stretch. Okay, bring that ball up, return to your back. Okay, we're gonna take the ball overhead, and the legs are fully extended down the mat there. You're gonna lift the arms and the feet up, put that ball between your feet, hold on to it, you're gonna use those inner thigh muscles. Take the ball down, arms will return overhead, come back to center, grab your ball, back to that starting position, okay? All right, now we're counting. Let's go for 10. Option to lift the head and shoulders up also while you're coming up, or leave it down. If there's discomfort there, leave your head and shoulders down. Halfway. How are we doing? Keep breathing. Couple more. And this is it. Whew. Okay, let's bring those knees into the chest. We're not quite done there. I just want to give your abdominal muscles and mine a little reprieve. And this is a variation, a progression of a dead bug. If you're familiar with dead bug, it's a great cross-body pattern. You lift the legs and the arms up there. The ball is going to go overhead just as before, but now we're going to lower one leg away. Open up. Bring it back to center. We keep holding on to the ball. Don't put it between your feet. And then the other leg reaches away. Okay, let's do this together. There's one. Keep those shoulders lifted up off the floor. And this is the last bit of work I'm going to ask of you. There's 9. One more. That's each leg. And there it is. All right. And roll over to one side. Keep your ball. We got one more stretch here that I am loving. It's a variation of an arm pigeon. One arm onto the ball and keep a 90-degree bend in that elbow. Lay the forearm on there. And then other hand can support you on the floor here if that's feeling like enough of a stretch. Or come down to that elbow. So we're feeling it in the anterior part of the shoulder, maybe a bit into the chest. Good. And we'll roll the ball over to the other arm. Same thing, find that position. 90-degree bend in the elbow, lay that forearm on the ball, and then find your stretch. It might be staying up on the hand, maybe that's enough, or coming down to the elbow. Good. And push your way up, and that will conclude our core conditioning using a Swiss ball. I hope you enjoyed. And until we see each other again, take care.